So if you got a kayak, you're probably used to getting all the dings and scratches and things. It just comes with owning a kayak. And of course you want to protect it, right? So I got these from the front, I got them down my sides, all the way down to the tail, I've got scratches. So I'm kind of curious, some good products. I've tried keel tape, which works good until it starts to peel off. So now I'm looking at two different products. I got Flex Seal and Flex Tape. And we're going to figure out which works better. What I'm going to try today is some of this good old, as seen on TV, Flex Seal. I'm going to put that down and let it sit for about a good 24 hours, and hopefully, just fill in all these little cracks and stuff that I got. I don't know if you can, how well you can see those gouges in there. They're not deep. I mean, the kayak itself, it's definitely in great shape as much as I use and abuse it, but I want to try to protect it and save it as much as I can. So the focus is going to be the nose. I'm going to try to get this real good. I'll try to get a run along the flanks, and then basically that tail fin everywhere that I get good contact, and try to kind of bleed it along the sides, but we'll see how that goes. So I gotta get everything ready, open the can and stir this stuff up, so I'll check back. Ugh, it's gooey, like a rubber. Alright, so got the initial coating on. Went on pretty easy. Maybe a little bit of a bigger brush would have helped. It took me a little more work than I wanted to, but I basically had enough in that can to cover all the flats. I even got a little bit around inside the scupper holes, just kind of as a sealant, I guess. I didn't need it, but I had extra on my paintbrush. Got the whole tail fin. Got it on there pretty thick. What is that? Something's always got to mess up my paint job. Get out of there. But I try to keep it, I'm not a professional painter by any means, so I just try to keep it nice and even and smooth. Got a few runs and stuff. I did a little bit of touch-up stuff. Or that I saw a good gouge, I'll kind of just run it. More than anything, if it at least fills it and just evens out the surface, will be good. But I'm hoping that it'll harden up enough to kind of give it as a cover. It looks pretty thick. It's supposed to sit for a good 24 hours, so I'm just going to leave it out here and see how it looks. So it's been roughly 24 hours. It's dried. It feels harder than the actual kayak does. So protection-wise, it's there. And I don't know how well you can see that. That's where I had too much. It actually sagged as it dried. But I'm interested to see how it's going to hold up against getting like sand and stuff, because it is a rubber. And one thing I was concerned with, I was looking at earlier. So let me find a good spot. Like if you come out here and these areas where it's not so thick, you can actually start to rub it and it'll come off. So I think broad strokes, it's good. I might have to actually take more of it, because I'm afraid this stuff, it's gonna start to roll up. You can see right there it is. So I might have to actually bring it all the way up to above the water line where I want to use it, just to prevent it from peeling off. I think where it's flat, it's good. As long as it's complete cover, it's just, I don't know how well it's going to take abrasion hitting at the sides of it. Yeah, see, that peels up real quick. So I'm gonna be careful with it. We'll see how it holds out. Worst case scenario, I have to put a couple more coats or something on, but we'll see how it holds up and what it looks like after coming out of the water. Well, I think I have my verdict. Just loading it back on the car, it didn't survive. Some of the areas that didn't get touched, back here in the tail and stuff, I think will be okay. But those friction points, as you can see by all the stuff on top of my car, it didn't take any friction whatsoever. It just didn't bond to the plastic like I thought it would. But the front still looks good. Alright, so the flex seal did not work at all. As you saw, it kind of just rubbed off in the first attempt. So this time we cleaned it all off, did a little bit of some real light sanding just to kind of smooth that out a little bit. We're going to try another flex seal product. This time we're doing flex tape. This stuff is obviously a little more rigid, shouldn't rub apart like that stuff did. So I'm going to try just doing the front first, see how that works, and we'll go from there. First thing I just learned is the underside of this is actually not sticky, so you can, which is nice because then I can kind of measure and cut it to the length I want. So now I got to figure out how to peel that apart and put it on. The sides are a little sticky where it's kind of the glue's coming out, and it's super sticky. So try to figure this out. Okay, so it's not the simplest process in the world, but it's a lot like doing a vinyl sticker. So once you get it started, I can kind of just keep putting pressure here and just pulling this back, and it'll kind of walk it back. That's the plan. But everywhere that there's a crease on this tape, I don't know if you can see where it's creased at, it causes like a thunk, and it comes off real quick, and it's easy to get off track. So you just gotta be careful, go slow, but so far so good. Alright, so it's starting to look pretty good. I'm keeping pressure on where like the apex of the kayak is, so along the ridge is where I'm actually walking it down, and then I'll do a couple inches, come back, and then I'll slowly work the sides down. So as it's starting to bubble up, so this is the hardest part, where it comes up and it comes over that. So what I've done in the past with the keel tape is I'll actually leave this spot open. I won't do anything here, and then when it gets back to where it's flat, I'll work that. So when I come back, sometimes I actually have to cut and clip this, because as it comes up, it wants to pinch. So fold this flat, the bottom part coming up, and then fold the top over it, and that'll keep it nice and smooth. So we're gonna keep walking it down, get to the end, and I'm using just a putty knife. Make sure you don't push, because the corners will cut into it. It should be obvious, but sometimes you gotta say things. But I'm basically just pushing down and just walking it from the center top down, and pushing hard enough to where I'm actually kind of pushing some of the glue out, just so I know it's sealing all the way down. So I'm gonna keep going across the top. Okay, I've got it all the way across the top. I actually went a little long, so it's over the hole, which is fine. I can just trim that with a razor blade. One thing I will say about this stuff that I really like is it's actually kind of stretchy. It's like a little bit of it's definitely tough. Like, I'm not worried about it ripping, at least not yet anyway. But it's kind of stretchy, so as you're going, you can actually pull against it, and it'll really seal down tight. The only thing I'm noticing is, I guess where the tape's on the roll, all these little bits of paper, probably where they mass produce it and cut it, is kind of getting stuck underneath it, and I don't know if it's going to cause a problem or not. But you know, it's just little air gaps that are getting kind of stuck in there from where those little balls of paper are. But now I'm at that point, and I see like there's a big one right there. I'm at that point now where you can see where it's trying to pinch. So I'm going to keep working up. I'm going to hold the tape up here, and I'm going to keep working up the apex until I see where it's pinching, and that's where I'll cut it and then fold it. So we're going to go ahead and work on that. We got the first strip on. I'll tell you, I hope I never have to take this stuff off, because that glue is so sticky. Like, just the glue that I'm working with, it sticks my fingers together. But I came up, I just kind of cut the little circle out. I might actually come back and just trim those even, because these little tags, I don't know, we'll see how they hold. You can see here where I cut it and just let it overlap. It's still got a little bit of pinching, but it's not bad, so I might just take one piece and kind of go this way over it just to cover that and see how that works. But other than that, it's going down pretty good, so I'm probably going to do one more strip along this side along it and one more strip overlapping this side. So if I overlap those enough, I might not have to do anything over this apex, which would be nice because that's the hardest part. But we're going to do one more strip here now and see what that comes out like. I tell you, starting a new piece of this has got to be the hardest thing I've ever done. I'm going to get it. I promise you. I will get it. So I cut what little bit I had left, and I kind of just did two pieces that cover where that pinch point was. So I still got just a little bit showing. There's probably no way you can see it. Nope. Just a little bit on the other side. There's just a little pinch left. But other than that, it covers it. So I got the whole nose done, and then I went down and I put the other half of the piece I had left on that tail stripe. So it feels really good. It's tough, for sure. It's tough. The only thing I'm afraid of is the same with the keel tape, is if it starts to get any rolling or gapping underneath it and the sand gets in there, I think it's just going to keep peeling. But if it doesn't get under it, I think it'll be good, because that stuff is really, really sticky. But the only thing that's left now is to put the old cover back on and let it sit. I got one of these carverstops.com, I think. Jeez. Cost me about 130 bucks, and it's a really, really good fabric. Nice, and it's a canvas, so it breathes, it's water repellent, and it's got these little tie down straps everywhere. It came with some tie downs to tie it to a trailer, but I just throw bungees through it and go under the kayak because I don't have it on a trailer. But we're gonna put that back on and